How's it going, folks? This is Steve. This is also race day, and we are here today for the NORA Truck Series, as we always are on a Monday night. We are here today for the throwback race at Darlington, one of the hardest tracks on the circuit, but also one of the ones that is the most rewarding. All the same, right now we're in qualifying. We're going to get right down to the action. We're going to waste no time today. Here we go. Cody Reeder right now on track in the number 7, going to try and get a better race than he had last week. Right now, though, big time racetrack right here, 1.33 miles, and this place is a beast. Here they are right there, the best times on the board. Brian Jones currently on top right there. Cody Reeder could not get a better time, and that's going to be it, folks. Brian Jones will be your pole sitter today, followed by Daniel Honeycutt, Dustin Kleba, Aiden Kirker, and Everett Kotz. All looking very good today. Going to be sunset today in Darlington, South Carolina. Going to be ending this race under the lights, I do believe. Going to be a lot of good times, a lot of old school throwback paint schemes. Let's go down trackside, take a look at them. And here we go. We're going to get this thing going right now. 147 laps of the Lady in Black right now. Here we go. On the top of the board, Brian Jones not currently on track, but he will be shortly. Daniel Honeycutt in P2, Dustin Kleba 3rd place. Aiden Kirker in 4th. Everett Kotz in that 5th spot. Austin Smith in P6. Blade Timmons P7. Joey Stats in P8. Vincent Arthur in 9th. Andrew Cardinal the 4th in P10. Chris Snyder 11th place. Cody Height rolling off in that 12th spot. Joshua O'Connor, there he is in 13th. Cameron Thompson, in P14. Anthony Campbell 15th. Cody Reeder gonna roll off 16th place there. Christopher Heights P17. Kevin Gunther 18th spot. Adam Kulikowski, there he is, P19. Michael Dorsey in 20th. Tyler DeTalent 21st. Timothy Harper in 22nd place. Blake Hope and Zach Lindgren, there they are at 23rd, 24th. Dylan Banks 25th. Nicholas Coruscant rolling off 26th today. Who else? All kinds of drivers. Nathan Yarnell in 27th place. Kyle Rochelle 28th. Brad Peters 29th. Jake Glidelich in P30, but I believe he will be the choose car today. Jackson Sparks rolling off here at 31st spot. Brandon Puffengardner 32nd. Zach Hollinger and then Todd Schneider all rolling up the field. About 35 trucks today on the circuit. Get ready, folks, for some great truck racing here in the Lady in Black. The track too tough to tame. A track so tough they give it 2 nicknames. But here we go. Lap 1. Stage 1 will end on lap 45. That'll be the mark. Stage 2 will end on lap 90. So a lot of good stuff heading your way, folks. Cannot wait to get this thing underway. It's always so tough here, right? You just never know. Brian Jones right there, though, in P2. In the first spot. P2 is Daniel Honeycutt. A lot of good drivers here. That home field Chevy looking quick today. And this is going to be a track that we'll see a lot about track position, right? You got to stay up front, get the clean air. But tires today will be an absolutely huge storyline. Got to save the rubber. Cannot wear it down too much. This track will be known for some long green flag runs, but also, too, you got to be careful because wrecks might happen down low, and they won't come out because the apron is huge here. But here we go. Going to come green here. Lap number 1 here in Darlington. Starter has the green flag in the air. The sun's setting, and the race is just beginning. Here we go. Green flag. Lord have mercy, already lap number 1, the 15 truck in shambles way down low. He's up high. 39 also involved Aiden Kirker in the 5 right there as well, but no caution. We just talked about it, right? The apron here is so big and so wide that cars are going to get wrecked down there, but iRacing will not recognize it as a caution because it's so far off the track. And we just saw it right there, but also no admin caution as well either, shockingly enough. So we're not going to see that. We're still green. Brian Jones looking extremely fast, but has a hard charging Everett Kotz right behind him. The sun is setting right now, and it's crazy. It's going to be right in their eyes in turns 3 and 4. Look at this, though. Everett Kott's going to make a move here. Let's ride on board. You'll see exactly what I mean here. Look at that sun out of turn 2. Unbelievable. Turn 2, in my opinion, is probably the hardest corner on the track, especially too wide, and he makes it work right there. Everett Kott's to the point. That 32 right now is your leader. A great move there up against Brian Jones, but Brian might be pretty smart here, right? This is one of those tracks where, hey, you know what? If you want to go ahead of me and lead some laps, go ahead, man, because right behind him, you don't have to push too much. You can save some tires. Have enough draft here where you can save some fuel too, just a little bit, but not a whole lot. Pretty good though, 2 wide in turns 3 and 4. Look at all these guys right here in the back of the pack. Single file, though, so far. Again, already on lap number 5, Cody Reeder under fire here by Anthony Campbell. Looking very strong. Gets the move, but right behind him, Cody Height. Look at all these paint schemes today, looking pretty good. The 8, Cameron Thompson, looking inside right here of turns 3 and 4. You can make the inside lane work, but the outside lane does typically work better for the outside as far as passing, right? Turn 1, you want to get right up against that wall and then come down low. Turn 2 is so unique to drive through, and we just saw those guys get all through it. Very, very impressive. Up front, though, Everett Kott's looking very strong. Brian Jones in second place. Destin Kleba holding on pretty strong right there. Vincent Arthur as well as Blade Timmons. Single file racing right here. We're seeing Kevin Gunther tried to make a move there on the inside, just not quite there yet. Zach Lindgren always fast on these tracks, it seems like, and has a move right here on the inside, not quite. Looking pretty sharp right there. Already lap number 7, folks. This race can be a pretty quick one, but they have to handle this hard track. Already seeing single file here, even in the back. Puffengard and Kulikowski. This is right around for 28th spot. Bunch of guys in the back as well, but so far a fantastic race. We saw that big mess earlier on that involved Aiden Kirker, Kyle Rochelle. They have some damage, but I don't think it's all too much. Rochelle has some on the left side there. You can see it on the back end. Kirker, I believe a little bit on the right front, if I recall correctly. Yeah, right side damage right there. Not too bad. Can definitely fix some of that under caution. But right now, just a strong race so far. You can see it right here, right? Brian Jones, P2 right now. About a 10th back of Kotz. And he is right there. Looking pretty good today. This is going to be tough to see who's going to be the dominant car. This can be one of those tracks that you can see dominance at, but you have to be good in the long run, I feel like. Keep those tires on the truck and keep it going. Good racing, though. Already 10 laps in, folks, of this throwback race here today at Darlington. One of the hardest tracks on the circuit, and right now they're putting on a show. I'll tell you what, look at these guys. Very, very good stuff. A couple of new drivers in the field too as well. At least for me, haven't seen them so far this season. Joey Stats right there. Andrew Cardinal, side by side right there. The 196 car, woof. We're up there in the numbers, but looking good in that paint scheme today. Old school paint scheme. The Pennzoil looking pretty stout. A little further on back, you're seeing some more action back here too. DeTalent, I believe that is, making a move down low. There he is. We're thinking about it, at least. Jackson Sparks, another newcomer. There he is, that 24 machine. Has the Pepsi rocking. He's got the 24 over. That's, oh, hold on now. Into the wall there. Gets that Darlington stripe early in the race on lap 13 already. Everyone's bound to get it, so might as well get it out of the way. Lindgren right here, we're seeing getting passed alongside, or actually made the pass, excuse me, alongside the 16 of Cody Height. We saw these two be really, really fast last week, but still have to get back up to the front. Cody Height might make a move there on his right. Not quite. We're hearing some door banging into the wall right there. Some scrapes. Have a good battle here for P5. Blade Timmons in P5. Austin Smith. Man, look at that paint scheme. Old school Jimmy Johnson paint scheme right there. Looking very, very cool. But so far, a fantastic run. We're seeing these guys doing pretty well. Everett Cott still under fire, though, by Brian Jones. And Brian Jones does seem to be faster. I think he's just kind of hanging out, right? There's no real need for him to pass him right now. Big wiggle right there, though, for Cott's. Got to be careful with that, especially after turn 2. But Jones looking pretty stout right now. But don't count out. Look at this, Dustin Kleba. Super quick. Most places we go to. And this is one of those tracks that I personally love, just because the driver really comes out, right? A lot of tracks we go to, maybe at Kansas or Charlotte, things like that, kind of anybody can be fast there, right? Because it's so draft dependent. It's so, there's not a lot of off throttle time. But a track like this, you really have to drive the truck. And I think you see that talent level really come out here. And we're seeing that on display right now. Big battle here. Cody Reeder, Kleba's teammate, making a move here. Can't quite get it done. Trying to peek inside there of Andrew Cardinal in the 4. Man, look at this. Pit Stop TV. Shout out to them. And the number 4 looks like an old school Kodak paint scheme, I believe that is. Or supposed to be. Looking pretty sick right there. Here he comes. Cody Reeder. Great move right here on the inside lane. Can't quite get that job done. The 4 has better momentum, but look at this. Woof. Joey Stratz. A little off pace right there, and almost went 3 wide there entering turn 1. Great racing right here. The 22 also going to get passed up here. Chris Snyder. Mountain Dew scheme. Looking solid. And Cardinal right now on the move. Looking pretty good. Brian Jones was just passed here by Everett Kotz. Battles all over the track, folks. A little earlier. So Dustin Kleba is finally making his way back around Jones. Oh, big wreck right here. Oh, no. Up at the front. This was for P2. And Kleba just comes around into Brian Jones. Unfortunate right there. That was man, that's kind of a Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher moment on lap number 19, unfortunately. But, oh, man, not a lot of damage, I don't think, to Brian Jones. Left side seems fine. The right side is up in the air. Kleba, though, man, that right front pretty well beat up. Not good right there. But that'll bring out our first caution of the day for incident. For that battle between 2 of the top 3 drivers. Let's see if we can kind of get back to it real quick. We'll try and track this down for you real fast. We'll get a top angle here, a nice drone cam, and see if we can kind of figure out what exactly happened. But coming into turn 1, there's Kleba down low. Try and slow this down a bit. Yeah, the 6 kind of just Yeah, see, in that view, it's kind of hard to tell, right? Does the 6 come up? Does the 45 come down? I mean, obviously, we'll let race control take care of that, but the 6, in my opinion, comes up a little bit. Obviously, a tough call, though. Close racing, and honestly, turns 1 and 2, man, those are, they're tough, right? They are not for the faint of heart. And we have a new leader right now, Zach Hollinger, being shown as P1 right now, but everyone in the world except him is coming down pit road. And there they are. This is a place where they're going to be screaming for tires the entire race. And as you can see, they all come down pit road right here. Big time moment right here. Everyone coming down pit road. Zach Hollinger going to be shown as your race leader in the 88 machine. Looking pretty good there. Folks, we'll come right back. We'll talk to a few sponsors and thank them. Stick around for a throwback race here in Darlington, the NORA Truck Series. We'll come right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the throwback race here in Darlington for the NORA Truck Series. And here we go. Going to be choose car time for the field. Who chooses up high? Who chooses down low? There they go. They're splitting the choose car. And this right here could be a big pit stop, a big decision, because we might not get any more yellows. Uh-oh. You don't want to hit the choose car, but you never know. But this right here, 22 laps into the race. We're going to lap 45 for stage 1. So we might not have any more cautions, right? So this could be it. This choice could be huge as to what you do. Let's take a look at this choose car right here. There it is, being driven by Jake Glidelich. Big thanks to him, obviously. Shout out to him for driving that that choose car today. Pretty cool stuff right there. So love the ingenuity when it comes to iRacing and how people do that. We see that also on the Tuesday Night League, which, by the way, tomorrow for the ASRA Cup Series, we won't be live for that. It's their off week before next week they get to the All-Star race. It'll be at North Wilkesboro at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the 21st. So we'll have tomorrow off for race day. And we are back on Thursday, as usual, for the Extreme Graphics Cup Series. I'll tell you what, we are locked and loaded here on race day. Cannot thank you folks enough for being here and supporting the channel. And here we go, lap 23, going to be on lap 24. We're going to go back green here. About 20-ish laps to go before stage 1 concludes. Here we go. Green flag back out, and there goes the field. Huge wreck right now in the middle of turns 3 and 4. No caution, though. This is like half the field, and we're not seeing a caution on the track. This is unbelievable. I can't show you folks enough right here, but everyone, I feel like in the second half of the track, has gone off. The 18 right here, the Talent, looks like a wheel modified car right now. Unbelievable. All over the track. Huge, huge wrecks. But we stay green, folks. Three wide entering turn 1. That's not going to usually work. Oh, boy. There goes the 88 into the wall. Zach Hollinger. Cody Reeder right here as well. Out of turn 4. This is like a Carburetor Cup race right now. Oh my word. No cautions, but we're still green. I love it. Keep it going, baby. Lap 26. Be careful there, all around the track. Different battles right here. Everett Cott still up front, looking very, very strong. Blake Timmons in P2 and Vincent Arthur third spot. But it's heating up, and now the yellow flag comes out. Holy. Crazy stuff right there, folks. That went down right there. I'm not sure if that was a caution thrown by race control to kind of get everyone back on the same page, because we're not seeing anything light up as far as something on the track. We'll go back to Hollinger, I believe. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. So yeah, some contact between him and another driver. Ironically enough, that brings out the yellow. a truck slightly sideways, but half the field seemingly can wreck, but no caution. So that's what we were talking about earlier, folks. This track is unique in that sense, where the apron, try and give you folks a better angle right here. You know what we'll do? Let's take a look at this. So this static camera right here is a pretty good idea, right? So on the backstretch, you can see, right, it's really, the actual racing line is really only 2 lanes, give or take. But the apron, as you can potentially see, is about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 lanes wide down low. So if a wreck happens below that, the yellow's not going to come out typically, because iRacing considers that to be off the track. Indianapolis, the oval, does the same thing in some certain parts of it, but this is one of those unique tracks where it's very difficult when a caution happens off the racing surface. A yellow will not come out. So that's what we saw right there. So if you folks are wondering, man, half the field wrecked, but no yellow, what the hell? That's typically why, right? So just trying to explain why that can happen. But yeah, it gets pretty wild here in Darlington. Obviously a hard track as it is, and obviously double as frustrating when a yellow doesn't come out right there, when perhaps maybe it should have. But right here, a couple of drivers more on pit road. Campbell, Rochelle, O'Connor, DeTalent, all coming down pit road. Blade Timmons also down pit road. This is a smart move here, I feel like. Actually taking tires. That's an interesting call. Well, maybe not just left side to look like. But either way, off he goes. In our second caution of the day. Keep in mind, we're going to lap 45 for the first stage, so we're getting there. About 15 laps to go. We'll go green here, maybe with about 12 laps to go, give or take, of the stage. Quick update for you. Race details. Everett Cotts has looked pretty good all race long. Real quick, here we'll show the choose car. Give you the alternate angle right now. Pretty cool stuff. But Everett Cott's looking pretty good so far. This race has led most of it so far. Unfortunately, an incident not necessarily took out, but severely damaged the trucks of Brian Jones, who we see now on pit road, currently being shown as 27th. And then also Dustin Kleba. He's currently in 31st spot. Hate to see it, obviously. Some really, really fast drivers down and out. But that, folks, can happen on a track like this. But still on the lead lap for Brian Jones. Dustin Kleba, I believe, is not on the lead lap. He had more damage than Jones did for sure. So that right there will definitely play a big role into this. Yeah, Kleba right now 7 laps down. So really unfortunate for him out here now, just to try and get those points as he can. But let's see real quick if we can get these drivers to go green here for a bit. Vincent Arthur and Everett Kotz in the front row. Let's get back to it. Here we go. Green flag going to come back out on lap 31. 14 laps to go here until stage 1 ends. Just like that, 1 lap under green right now. Everett Kotz, Vincent Arthur looking very, very fast. Vincent right here looking pretty good. Entering turn 2, gonna have a run right here potentially. Which way does he go? Goes downhill. Little bumperoo right there. Doesn't quite get the job done. Everett looking very fast on the outside lane, but Vincent has a run here on the inside. Should get him here entering turn 1. This is for the lead, folks. There it is. Can't quite get it. 32 has a better line on exit. Can't quite get the job done. Ooh, right back here. Chris Snyder, I believe this is. Jackson Sparks, super loose off of turn 2, but kept it straight. What a great job. Harper as well, also in the wall right there. We just heard that. Lots of drivers bouncing off the walls here at Darlington. About 10 laps to go before we enter into the end of stage 1. Battle for here. This is P11 right here, trying to get into those stage points of the top 10. Joey Stats, Dylan Banks. Very solid job here. Further on back, look at these guys right here. Aiden Kirker coming back after a first lap incident that didn't bring out a caution. And here he is coming back to it, man. Aiden Kirker last week finally broke through with his first win of the season. And right now looking extremely good too. But further back, look at this. Almost 3 wide here for Campbell. Blake Timmons is back there as well. We know he's fast. Has to fight through all of this craziness. So far doing a pretty good job here, but all the racing is back here. Up front, still the same. Everett Kotz, Arthur, Smith, Reeder, and Lindgren in your top 5, but the battles here are right in the back of the field. Look at this. Blake Timmons making a move inside of that 26. Side by side, here's 26, gets a little loose on the outside lane. We saw that. Man, overall, fantastic racing. Middle of the pack, too. Kirker doing what he can here. Oh, got real loose on a turn 2. Still somehow, though, avoids the 34 and makes that move. Pretty impressive spot right there for Kirker. Nicholas Corcel with a great paint scheme here. Look at this. Sour Patch Kids on the car. Energizer there for Brad Peters. A lot of sweet looking paint schemes today. Throwback race here in Darlington. For a second there, Arthur wasn't just about on the back end of Kotz, but he is not gaining the speed as much as we thought he was a second ago. Reeder as well right now in that top 4. Trying what he can here to work his way into that top 3. Looking very impressive right now. This top 7 all broken away here, but look at this. 2 wide here entering turn 3. Great racing here again. This is all for the guys trying to get themselves into that top 10 to get those stage points. Blake Hope looking pretty strong right here. Chris Snyder. 22 up high right there. Bounces off turn 2 wall. Got to be so careful to not come down into the car next to you and cause a mess. But these boys, man, look at this. Very, very strong right here. Riding aboard right here, Chris Snyder looking very strong. Trying to muscle that wheel all the way around. It's so loose. You can see the sunset right now too. It's going down some more. The sun itself isn't in the eyes anymore of these drivers. It's not going to be that much of a hindrance, but you can see that truck is all over the place. It's so loose. Up front, Everett Kott's making a great day today for himself. In P1, Vincent Arthur in that great looking Budweiser paint scheme throwback. P2, Cody Reeder as well in 3rd spot. Finally gets around Zach Lindgren. Lindgren we know is very fast as well, but looking pretty solid right there. And then Austin Smith in P6. Or P5, excuse me. Great job for these guys. Vincent Arthur going to try and track down Everett here for the stage win. He's got about a lap and a half to do it. I don't think he's going to get there. He's losing some time right here, but close battle. Just saw Kulikowski come off pit road, I think, or not sure what's going on. Oh boy. Leaders are coming too. Not sure what Kulikowski's doing here. Way off pace. Leaders all get past him. Close one there for sure, but hey, no one's going to catch Everett Kotz. Comes out of turn number 3 and 4, and there he is in that Fox Mill Brewery machine. That 32 of Everett Kotz going to be your stage 1 winner. This next time they throw that yellow flag to signify it, and there it is. Everett Kotz, stage winner for the first stage here at Darlington for the NORA Truck Series here for the throwback race. Very impressive job for him. We're going to come right back, folks. We'll thank some sponsors. We'll come back and talk to your stage winner, Everett Kotz. We'll come right back.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. This is the Darlington NORA Truck Series race here for the throwback race, and everybody has come down pit road right now. Whole world is coming down pit road. Everett Kotz was your stage 1 winner. We'll bring him in just a second after everyone comes down to pit road. So far, a very dominant performance. Look at these guys right here, all coming down pit road as well. Already done with their service. Everett Kotz not going to come off pit road as the leader. We see Vincent Arthur going to take that spot away, but either way, Everett Kotz still your stage winner. Let's bring him in real quick, see if we can get a quick talk with him. Once I find him, here he is. There he is, Everett Kotz, stage 1 winner today, looking pretty sharp at the number 32. Fox Mill Brewery Machine, man, how's it going to take to win this race?
Oh, I think it all comes down to tire strategy at the end of the day, man. I mean, I was losing my tire wear there. I had to block Vinny. You know, he had a huge run. He's a great driver, so You know, I think it's going to come down to tire wear, but yeah, going to try to manage and you know, hopefully get some more stage wins here.
Love that, man. Looking very fast today, obviously early on. Good luck rest of the way, dude.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
There he is, Everett Kotz, your stage 1 winner. Looking extremely fast today early on. Got the lead away from Brian Jones and has not looked back ever since. And right now going to be in P2. Not going to maintain the lead after pit stops, but not too bad. P2's not a bad spot. Vincent Arthur, though, is definitely contending for sure. He's very, very quick today and can definitely get the job done if things go his way. And looking pretty sharp. A couple of lead drivers in front of him going to be giving the wave around. So Lindgren P3, Austin Smith 4th, and Cody Reeder in P5 as the choose car approaches. Everyone making their choices here, down low or up high. But lap number 48, folks, winding down pretty quick, almost at about the 3rd mark of the race. Our 3rd caution, really it's just our 2nd for incident. And there it is. Choose car is done. Vincent Arthur in just a second here going to lead us off to green on lap 50. One thing to keep in mind is that stage 2 is a little bit shorter than stage 1. So this is going to be a 40-lap race to get to stage 2, the conclusion of stage 2. And then we're going to get it the rest of the way. So 40 laps to decide stage number 2. Should be a fantastic stage right here. Vincent Arthur, Everett Kotz leading the field. Sun is still setting right now. After stage 2, we should get into full dark conditions. Lights are already on. That'll grip up the track a little bit more. Get these guys feeling a bit better. Loose conditions should go away. But here we go. Pace car is off. Starter has the green flag in the air. We are back green here for the NORA Truck Series. And a huge wreck right there in turns 3 and 4. We saw that 24 car got pretty loose down the backstretch. Jackson Sparks, we thought he might have collected himself and maintained it, but man, oh man, he did not, I believe. Let's go back real quick and take a look. We'll start it from the green flag just because it happened so quick afterwards. But here's Jordan Sparks right here. We'll ride up high in that chopper view. So that orange and blue truck right there moves down low. And I believe right on the exit of this turn 2, it gets pretty dicey. Yeah, super loose right there. Oh my word. What an incredible job to save it, but just couldn't hold on to it. Yeah, spins himself right back on the track. Tried correcting it way too much, and that's going to be it, most likely, for that 24. Tough break right there. Kept it in the gas. Really should have just probably hit, pumped the brakes a bit and saved that truck from coming back on the surface, but either way, right now, unfortunately, lap number 52, a caution flag is out again. A couple drivers hurt by that right there. Adam Kulikowski, front end pretty well damaged right here. I believe Kyle Rochelle might have been involved in that as well. Zach Hollinger, Anthony Campbell now coming back off pit road. Look at this paint scheme too, by the way. Look at this thing. U.S. Air Force, man. Wow. Not sure if that's a throwback per se, but either way, very good looking car right there. Truck, excuse me. U.S. Air Force. Man, love that right there. Joshua O'Connor in that Speed Ranch, number 98. Looking very fast as well. Brandon Puffengardner coming down pit road as well. Mobile One scheme looking pretty clean today. Man, I think it's nice, I will say. Either way, though, lap number 53. It's our fourth caution of the day, third for incident. So not too bad right now. Darlington is a tough track, obviously, as we know, and it's only going to get tougher as the sun sets. Drivers get more desperate to get themselves in the front and stay up front. So far, so good. Quick word from our sponsor, folks. We'll come right back here for Darlington.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
All right, we are back for the NORA Truck Series here in Darlington. Lap number 54, about to be lap 55 here, going back green after our third caution of the day for incident. Vincent Arthur, Everett Cott's going to be leading us off again. Vincent Arthur being shown as the leader in that number 51. So here we go, back green. Continuing on for stage 2. And here we go. So far, so good. One lap under our belt after this yellow, lap 56. Arthur, still your leader right now. P2 through 5 is pretty well tight right there. And then single file gets thinned out here pretty quickly. 00 Nicholas Corso going to try and dive down here. Slide jobs above the 17 Dylan Banks. Takes that spot away. That's for P7. Great move right there. Everyone doing what they can right now. Obviously, this is a matter of attrition, right? We heard Everett Cots talk about it. It's tire wear all day today. Hold on to the tires. Don't wear them out. And you might find yourself in a good spot to get yourself into that top 5 or maybe even a win. Brian Jones working his way back up to the front here. Currently in 23rd spot. You'll remember him and Dustin Kleba getting into each other up at the front for P2 and 3. But in 23rd spot, truck doesn't look too bad. I definitely expect to see him back to the front at some point for sure. Looking solid though for Vincent Arthur, leading his first laps of the race. Got the lead off of pit road and has not turned back since. Looking very, very strong. Austin Smith, look at this, Zach Lindgren making a move. Let's ride on board here and see how we can feel the corners here for Darlington. Zach Lindgren right here on board. Love that Venom helmet right there. That's pretty sweet. And he's making it work. You can see the wheel he's putting into it. Has a great run here. Can he capitalize? Can he get blocked right there by Kotz? Can't quite do it. Defensive driving, folks. Already on lap number 60. A little further on back, though, Cardinal and Coruscant, as well as Reeder, all fighting here. This is for a top 5 spot. Trying to keep this spot, the momentum, right? Aiden Kirker has come back. He's down 4 spots in the day, so he started P4. But so far, just can't quite wrangle up a better spot. Again, got jumbled up in that first lap madness that didn't bring out a caution. But all these guys here making a good move. Up front, we're still seeing Lindgren. Look at this. Lindgren making a good move here in 3rd spot. Trying now down low of Everett Kotz. He's getting there. You can tell he's faster, but again, is he wearing out too much tire? Is Everett Kotz just being a bit more conservative in his tire wear? Uh-oh. Big shakeup right here. We're seeing some cars off track. Hollinger, Brad Peters in the 44. Spun around in turn 4. But keeps it going. Again, no caution. It's way off the track. Keeping it green, folks. The top 4 looking pretty sharp right there, as well as the top 10, really. All single file. Blake Hope in that 91. Trying the outside lane for once. A little further on back, Timothy Harper in 12th spot. Big move here. Blake Hope going to try and work around his way around Dylan Banks in that 17. Gets the job done. Spot on right there. '91 truck, though, making a good move. Working his way back to the front. Brian Jones, a quick check in. That 66, pretty loose in front of him, though. Nathan Yarnell. Again, another one who had a great run last week. Brian Jones right on the rear end, though, of Yarnell. Can't quite get there just yet. Having to fight through. Puffin Garden back as well. Cameron Thompson in the 8 right here. Not doing a bad job right there in the number 8 machine today. Pretty solid job. A battle here. Timothy Harper, Michael Dorsey. Joey Stats, excuse me, in that 196. Not too bad. Blade Timmons working his way back to the front. Had to pit earlier, I believe, for a penalty. Haven't gotten confirmation on that, but I believe for a penalty earlier on, he was about in that top 5, give or take, run there. Not too bad either way. Andrew Cardinal having a very solid run right there in P6. Love that old school paint scheme as well. I believe it's based on an old Kodak paint scheme, looking very cool. Of course, all as well in that Sour Patch Kids, man. My kids love those candies. I steal a few. Uh-oh. Cardinal into the wall right there. Aiden Kirker going to make his way around as well. That's for P7. So Kirker on the move here. Very good job so far. I'd say, when you get candy for your kids, you have to impose the dad tax, right? The dad tax is at least a handful, maybe a little less. It's just what we do around here. My kids know it. Oh, you want candy? Cool. You're going to give me some for sure. Whoa, wicked loose there on the back end. Who was that? Michael Dorsey, I believe. Out of turn 2. Had to recollect himself. Just take a look at that paint scheme too, by the way. Looking sharp. That Jags yellow and black machine. Pretty sweet today. Cody Height still in that white and black rifle paint scheme. I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker for two-tone paint schemes, man. Black and white, you know, whatever it might be. It just looks clean, you know? Very, very good today. A move right here, though, for P3. Everett Kotz maintains P2, but Austin Smith in that third spot looking very, very strong. Napa Auto Parts throwback looking great. Zach Lindgren, as well as Cody Reeder in the top 5. They all look very strong today. These are guys who can definitely get the job done. Aiden Kirker working on Cardinal. Pretty solid job here. Might get him down low. If he gets a good run, though, out of turns 1 and 2, he'll have a run out of 2. And then he can pass him into 3. We'll see if we can get that run right here. Looks like he might have... Oh, boy. Had a run there. Here he goes. Down low here. Might make a move. Blake Hope as well tried to make the move in the outside lane, but Dylan working it just the same. Single file for now. These boys have been working on it pretty tight these last couple of laps right here. We're at about 17 laps to go before stage 2 concludes. It's going to wind down quick here, folks, as it is. Tell you what, some great racing thus far. This place is not easy, obviously. Jumping on board real quick. This is Aiden Kirker. And you can see we're kind of in that twilight zone right now. The sunset is truly happening. Got to stay off that wall right there. We'll have a huge run here, I believe. Look at this. Down low. Gets that run right here into 3. Dylan Banks, and look at this. Coruscant as well. Double pass right here. Banks might follow Kirker and Coruscant as well. Incredible racing here into turn 1. Cardinal right now losing 4 spots in 1 lap. Hate to see that right there, but these guys are very, very quick right now. Smith starting to pressure Everett Kotz just a little bit. Saw a move right here as well. Blade Timmons getting around Cody Height. Height looking pretty loose right there as well. I can promise you these trucks right here are not feeling all too great. Dylan Banks making that move as well around Kirker. It all comes down to that long run speed. Can they make it happen, right? Reeder finally makes his move around Austin Smith and has his eyes set on P1 here. Stage points are so huge, right? I mean, at a place like this, Darlington, it's very difficult to race, let alone win. Walking out of places like this, right? It's kind of like a road course. You can walk out with some decent points, you got a pretty good day. This is one of those tough tracks on the schedule. And we're seeing this top 3 through 7th place really fighting pretty hard here, as we're seeing right now. Blake Hope making his way back to the front very, very fast. Up 14 spots. Nicholas Coruscant as well, up 17 spots. Dylan Banks and Zach Lindgren up 19 spots themselves. The biggest movers of the race so far. It's very obvious who is doing a great job on the long runs. Blake Hope, though, into the wall. And we have a tight battle here, still in the wall right here. Oh my word. Super close. Hope can lose a couple spots now in P11, had about P8. It can happen that quick. A little further on back, the 99 trying to work on the 77 here of Timothy Harper. Michael Dorsey. Doing what they can. Brian Jones up to P18 right now. So your pole sitter. Looking pretty decent. Has the truck still to do it, I feel like. Just has to have the track position, right? Get through the traffic and work your way back to the front. So far, not too bad. P18. Still a long way of the race left to go. We're just about halfway. Actually, we're past halfway at this point. So anything can happen. Vincent Arthur has stayed in P1 the entire time, though Everett Kotz has caught up a little bit. It was almost a second of a lead, and now we're at about a 4/10 of a lead. Almost about a half second. So really, it is closing the gap. Everett Kotz is there. He's getting there. Oh, big loose right there for Vincent Arthur. That's going to cost him a lot of time. Kotz will definitely gain some momentum here. Cody Reeder not too far back either. You can really tell these guys saved their tires. That's the name of the game here in Darlington, right? Holding on to your tires. I can promise you, though, these guys are screaming for tires. Here we go. Everett Kotz. A move for the lead here on lap 82. There he is. Dives down low. He's clear potentially. Doesn't actually work for it. Still clear, and there we go. New leader, folks. Here in Darlington, Everett Kotz. Makes it happen with 7 laps to go here in stage number 2. Can you go back to back? Would be extremely impressive if that were to happen. But getting it done right there. Cody Reeder not too far back either. He's in that 3rd spot. At this point, who saved the most tires, right? Who conserved enough earlier on in the stage to be able to navigate yourself in this? But right now we're seeing Kotz catching lap traffic. Rochelle right behind. Maybe we'll get out of the way here. We're going to find out. Decides to not. So lap traffic not necessarily getting out of the way, but and there goes Reeder right here. There it is. P2 has changed hands here. Reeder up to that 2nd spot. Arthur back down to 3rd. 5 laps to go, folks, for stage number 2. Some lap traffic. This is going to be huge right here. Austin Smith making his move around lap traffic as well. The front 4 is getting pretty close. Kotz right now riding aboard real quick. Ooh, yellow flag is out. Oh, Lindgren went around right here. Oh, man. Unfortunate for him. I believe that will end the stage, though. And that should give the stage end here to Everett Kotz, as this did happen within 5 laps. Forgive me if I'm mixing up leagues here, but I believe this should end it here, as Everett should be going back to back. But yeah, real quick, back to Lindgren. Was having a pretty good race. We'll see if we can find out what happened here. By himself right now. We'll play it right here as we do. Take a look. So yeah, all by himself. Maybe gets loose right there. Not yet. So far, so good. believe it might have, excuse me, involved Rochelle and Lindgren. We'll fast forward just a bit here, see if we can find out if this actually is the case. Here we go. So Rochelle, oh, Lindgren just comes up right there. He comes up into that lap down traffic of Kyle Rochelle, and that's all she wrote right there, man. That's a tough break. Those two. And that'll bring out our 5th caution of the day right now. And the whole world comes down pit road. Obviously, that was the stage end. Everett Kotz is going to be your stage winner for back-to-back. Pretty impressive stuff so far. Has emerged, obviously, as the favorite. Oh, close right there. Couldn't quite get it. Reeder beats Everett Kotz at the line. And Vincent Arthur in 3rd. Austin Smith 4th. Dylan Banks in P5. So good stuff right there for these guys. What will it take for Kotz to win this race? Cody Reeder, obviously, up 15 spots on the race. Lap down traffic and whatnot coming down pit road as well, so they can fix their trucks. A lot of damaged fenders. Gonna get back to it though. Cody Reeder is now your leader. 44 right there as well. Brad Peters, but he's gonna be getting his lap around in just a second. So we'll come back in just a second, folks. We'll come and talk to one of our leaders. Then we'll resume for stage number 3. Come right back.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
We are back as usual for the NORA Truck Series. Big thanks to these folks for having us on board for the league. These guys are fantastic, and right now we're going to put on another classic one today for the NORA Truck Series here in Darlington. Stage 2 has concluded. The pace car lights are off. And we're going to get back green here. We were going to talk to a driver, but right now, pace laps winded down pretty quick. So we're going to let these boys focus up and get themselves going here. About 57 laps to go here in this Darlington throwback race. And here we go. Cody Reeder, Everett Kotz going to be your leaders here as we go back green. What a great race so far, folks, here in Darlington right now. The front five is by themselves a little bit. Ooh, back in the field. Cody Height goes around in a huge wreck right here involving Cody Height and Brian Jones straight into the wall there. Out of turn 2. That might be it for sure for Brian Jones and Cody Height. Big damage there to both of those trucks. Man, unfortunate there for Brian Jones as well. Just a huge collision. We'll go back and take a look, but man, that was massive. So here we go. Coming out of turn number 2. Yeah, you saw it right there. The 16 just comes across the nose of that 26 NOS machine, and unfortunately trying to slow down. The 45 has nowhere to go, and big hit into that wall. The 16 as well. Cody Height involved pretty hardcore. So unfortunately, that'll be another caution today. But as you can see, the sun is pretty much gone at this point. And the lights are on the track. We're gonna get a classic Darlington finish, as we do here. Cody Reeder is your leader, actually. Everett Kotz, again, did not get the lead from the pits. So that's pretty big right there. But a lot of guys coming down pit road. Joey Stats right here. O'Connor, Campbell, Height, obviously, down pit road. A lot of drivers trying to figure this out. Definitely a hardcore race. Cody Reeder, let's bring him in real quick, see if we can bring him in and talk to him real fast. Couldn't talk to anybody last stage break, but you know what? Right now, I think we can bring somebody in here. Let's see what I can, or who I can bring up, I guess. A lot of these guys are, here we go. Hey, Cody Reeder, man, Steve in the booth, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, dude, look, right now looking pretty good. Couldn't get you at the end of stage 2, but obviously very fast. Looks like Kotz got the 2 stages, so we'll talk to you real quick, man. Looking very fast, obviously. Getting the number 7 truck in the front of the pack here. What's it going to take to win this race, man?
I think it's going to be managing the tires till the end, and just trying to run a pace that's not too hard, not too easy, that kind of thing. But I think at the end of the day, it's always Darlington, usually a late race restart. You just got to put yourself in a position where you can go for it. So haven't won this year, really want this one. So hopefully I get another interview later.
Yes, sir, man. Looking forward to it. Hey, good luck rest of the way, and have fun out there.
Thank you.
There he is, Cody Reeder for KPR Motorsports, looking very fast, as they do. Very cool stuff. Yeah, wants to get that win, and we've seen new winners quite a bit this season so far. Aiden Kirker just getting his first win last week. And I'll tell you what, I think this could be his time, right? I mean, you know, Cody Reeder has looked fast and has been fast really all season long. It just hasn't broken through, right? But when you continue to have good finishes and, you know, keep finishing in that top 5, top 3, that win's coming, right? And, you know, big hitters out of the race right now, or seemingly out of the race, right? Brian Jones, your pulse hitter, Cody Height, very fast. So these guys right here have enough damage to really, you know, be a non-factor, you know, for this one at least. So Dustin Kleba, his teammates, you know, kind of down and out. Rochelle's usually fast. He's you know, down there. So a lot of these guys, you know, they're not really in it anymore, right? So you never ever know. But we have fast guys in that top 5. Everett Kotz looking very quick, obviously. Stage 1 and 2 winner. Vincent Arthur showing some speed. Needs a little bit more long run speed in that 51, but can definitely get the job done if he gets it. Austin Smith hasn't really shown, you know, lead P1 speed, but you never know. Aiden Kirker back again. Last week's winner, and looking very fast today as well, working his way through the field. So you can never count out these drivers. But here we go. We're going to go back green here on lap 97. Here we go. Back green here in Darlington. Cody Reeder, Everett Kotz leads us off. Turns 1 and 2 so treacherous. The 51 and the 32 side by side right here. Seeing less and less cars on track because they're all being taken out. This place is tough. And you can see it right here. 32 working his way onto that 51. Fantastic job here, that 00 Coruscant up against Blade Timmons, who's worked his way back to the front too in P10. A lot of these guys getting themselves back into position. The 51 making a move. Vincent Arthur to the leader, Cody Reeder here. Gonna clear him, maybe. And does. The new leader today, Vincent Arthur. Led some laps earlier in stage 2, actually led most of stage 2, but then tires just didn't hold on like he wanted to. And Everett Kotz, uh-oh, big yellow flag here potentially. We're seeing cars off track. Cameron Thompson in the 8. Way off track right there, still on track. Back into the pit, so we stay green, folks. No yellow. Good run right here, Vincent Arthur. Cody Reeder, you can tell he's kind of just being conservative. He's a guy, right, that we know he's fast. He's not in third place for no reason. He's kicking back a bit, saving those tires. I think this is a smart move, but he's got some drivers behind him who are hungry. Kirker as well. Austin Smith. Big battle right here. This is for P10. Michael Dorsey making it work right here. All single file, though. Joey Stats, Anthony Campbell. Up the front, Vincent Arthur still holding off Everett Kotz. Looking very, very good. Riding on board real quick of Cody Reeder. You can really see what he's dealing with right here. Rear view mirror full of Aiden Kirker, but his wheel looks pretty steady. Fantastic job, as you can see as well. The lights are on the track. We're basically at nighttime conditions. So these trucks will feel a bit better. Cooler temperatures bring on some more grip. So they'll feel better. If you were loose earlier in the race, you're probably going to be a bit more tight now. Which is fantastic because now your car can come to you, feel a lot better. Coruscant, Timmons right here as well, back. O'Connor getting sent. 98 goes around 22. Big movement here. Cardinal getting passed. Had some trouble right there, I believe. Was really, really slow. Got passed by a few. Coruscant goes around. Reeder holding on, or what he's trying to hold on to, is that top 3 right there. 40 laps to go next time by. Another battle here again. This is Dylan Banks and Joey Stats right here. 88 going to make a move right here. Down low of turn 2. 99 gets loose a bit. Yellow flag, though, on the track. Vincent Arthur, I believe, has a huge issue here. Oh, man. There might have been contact between our leaders. Let's take a look back. Oh, boy. Here we go. Everett Kotz. You can see it making a move right here. Oh. Whew. Kind of sends him. goes around, brings out the yellow because he was sideways on the racing surface, and iRacing doesn't like that and will trigger a yellow flag for that. And that right there is the yellow. So let's go back just a touch further. I really want to see from like a top view of what we can figure out here. This might be a good angle here. Comes down low. Oh man, some net code involved. I will say that. Maybe a late block attempt potentially by Arthur there in the 51, but definitely some net code. Unfortunate. That can happen. For those who don't know, netcode is basically it's any virtual racer's nightmare, right? It's the long of it, or I guess the short of it, is that what can happen sometimes is that, you know, through internet, right? For all the new, you know, iRacers out there, what can happen is that, man, sometimes, you know, the internet thinks you're one place, but somebody else's connection thinks you're somewhere else, right? And that creates, you know, that kind of moment right there where they make contact, but there's a gap there of air. So it's one of those unfortunate things, but hey, online virtual racing, that can happen for sure. But definitely a bummer for Vincent Arthur, who looked so fast today, and not out of it by any chance, right? But definitely has some damage he'll have to bounce back from. So right now, currently being shown as P2. We'll zoom in real quick. Yeah, it has some left side damage there in the back a bit by the spoiler. I believe the right side should be fine here. Yeah, it looks pretty good there on the right. Definitely not race-ending damage, obviously, but we'll see. I mean, these trucks are very aero dependent, and shouldn't play a huge role potentially. Yeah, but you can see all the scrapes on the left side. We'll see. It definitely won't be the same for sure, but still able to potentially look pretty good. So P1, Timothy Harper, going to get that spot right there. Everyone came down pit road pretty much because we're kind of in that territory now of being able to go the distance, or at least pretty damn close. So 99, Timothy Harper is your leader, at least for now. Looking pretty good though. Gets that lead lap. Glidelich, here he is, the choose car. I'm going to choose the outside lane here, so a smart move. This is one of those tracks, too, that the choose rule is massive, right? Because turn one, it's all about getting into that high lane. And starting off in that P2, or P1, but it's on the higher lane, is massive. So far, so good. We're going to go one more lap here, then we're going to come back for green flag. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay right here. Big thanks, though, to all of our sponsors here today. Harpoon Design. Hey, if you need a paint scheme for a truck, for a car, go and check him out. Brentley over at Harpoon Design. I'll tell you what, man, does the best work I've seen. Has done all my cars, and forever will do all my cars. Very good stuff. Go and check them out. Admin box. Man, those guys are killer on the race control side of things. Very cool technology to help race control. So go and check them out, as well as everybody else we have. KK Woodscapes, cool guys over there. Kevin. And then, man, Hosky. Whew. Can't say enough about them. Hosky.io. Very, very cool people. But right now, lap 110. Have, if my math is correct, 35-ish laps, 36 laps to go here in the race. And here we go. Timothy Harper stayed out. Cody Reeder as well. Here we go. Green flag back out on lap 111. What can Timothy Harper do here in the front of the pack? It's a great jump right here, but the faster Reeder gets around him, the better. Reeder has the fresh tires. Harper going to block a little bit. Not a smart move. And there he goes. Reeder going to make a move here down low. Gonna try and clear him here, entering turn 1, and does so far almost. There he is, dives it in here. Gonna get a good exit off of turn 2, potentially. Cleared by a hair. And there he goes. Harper gonna try and fight on the inside of turn 3. Dives it in, moves up the track a bit. Doesn't have the tires to make it happen. And Harper clears them. And we have a new leader. Cody Reeder back to the front here. Looking extremely quick. But now Kirker, where'd he come from? I'll tell you where he came from. He came from the back. He was in the back for a lot of the race today. Lap 1 incident, I believe. Didn't bring out a caution. Huge bump there by Coruscant. Again, looking very fast as well. Coruscant, tell you what, very impressed by him today. Getting the job done in that Sour Patch Machine car, but here we go. Yellow flag is out. It sure is out. We don't see anybody on the track sideways or upside down or anything of that nature, so we can't quite report back to what it actually was, but they're saying it's out. We'll find out real quick, folks, what that yellow was from, but right now we're high above Darlington Speedway. Man, this place is so cool. It's a lot of fun to race, I will say. This place is just incredible to drive on, obviously. Just the history. A lot of cool stuff. Right now, though, our 8th caution of the day. Really, it's only our 6th, based on incidents. 2 of them were stages, keep in mind. But here we go. Cody Reeder is your leader. Harper in 2nd. Kirker in 3rd. Coruscant in 4th. Austin Smith rounding out in the top 5. Looking extremely good today. A couple of trucks coming down pit road, being led by O'Connor, Joey Stats. Not a bad move here. Come down, maybe take some 4 tires. Have a bit fresher tires here. Maybe work your way back to the front. You never ever know. So far, good stuff. Still working on that yellow flag, folks, to see what actually happened. Nothing screamed at us when we came, when it actually came out on our scoring system, and usually that happens. It says this person wrecked or this person did, you know, whatever, but we did not see that. So we are awaiting confirmation for what actually happened, but a bunch of these guys coming down pit road, fixing damage too, I would imagine, right? But right now, Cody Reeder is your leader. Harper P2, Kirker 3rd, Coruscant 4th, and Smith P5. A great lineup so far. Cardinal in P6 looking very solid today in his debut. Kevin Gunther P7, a lot of new names in this race, right? And this is what I meant, right? It's just a lot of these guys, you know, maybe on a different day, you know, a kind of a more cookie cutter track or whatnot, you know, they might not be top 5, top 10 cars because maybe they have a, you know, hard time, I don't know, saving fuel or tires or short run speed or things like that, right? But man, on these long runs, on these hard tracks, you find out who the real Willmans are, who the real drivers are, right? A lot of these guys really putting up impressive finishes and stage results. Definitely seeing that right now. So right now, 30 laps to go in the NORA Truck Series from Darlington. Going to get underway here back momentarily. There's the choose car. We'll give you this angle so you can see what they're actually doing here between going up and down. There they are. So far, pretty impressive run by a lot of these guys. There goes the choose car. Cool stuff right here. And right now, the field is thinning out, as you can see. Top 17 are on the lead lap. And 18th on down are either having some issues or out of the race. So good stuff so far. Cody Reeder, though, going to be on the outside lane here. Will control the restart, which obviously is huge. But like he said when we talked to him, right, sometimes it comes down to late race restarts. And you get such a huge jump being in that first spot since you control the restart, but also on the outside lane. So if this thing has yellow, yellow after yellow after yellow, and ends, under overtime rules or whatnot, man, this is one of those tracks that being in that first spot is just so huge. You get a massive advantage. Probably more here than somewhere else. But we'll find out. Reeder really wants this win, and he's in that spot to do it. But he has some hard charging drivers behind him. Can he get it done today? We're going to find out. 29 laps from now. Here we go. Back green from Darlington. Fantastic jump for Reeder, but look at this right now. Cardinal making a move around Kirker, or trying to at least. Can't quite get it done. Further on back, we're seeing 2 and 3 wide almost. All kinds of great racing right here. Little back in the pack. 2 wide right here. This is for O'Connor and Vincent. Arthur is back in the game right here. He's P9. And he can definitely work his way back to the front, but has to get there now. We are winding this race down. Not going to help, though. Everett Kotz in P10. Getting back through the field. We saw how fast Kotz was earlier. And right now in P9. Oh, gets turned right in front of Arthur. And that's going to be another heavy hitter today. Out of the race, potentially. The 26 gets involved as well. Oh, my Lord. Kevin Gunther around. And just like that, these things can turn on a dime. So Everett Kotz going to try and make a move here around Vincent Arthur, but just doesn't quite get it done. We're going to wait just a second so we can show you exactly how this happens here. Here we go. It happens pretty quick. We see how beat up Vincent Arthur is, obviously, in the back end. But here it comes. Ooh, hold down now, Vincent. Vincent got the worst of it, too. Let's go back real quick. Let's take a ride on board Vincent Arthur real quick in the cockpit view. Got a funny feeling we're going to see some. Let's take a look. What's this wheel do right here? Okay. Interesting right there what that was about. Not sure if that was revenge of some sort. But man, I don't like starting stuff, but Arthur sure seemed to keep it straight left, but maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, either way, tough break obviously for those two. And man, Darlington, tell you what, bites another one, because Everett Kotz was one of those guys that was very, very fast earlier on. And again, stage 1 and 2 winner. Right, still out there on pit road right now, going to be servicing his truck, but very fast, stage 1 and stage 2 winner. I mean, just knows how to get it done here, but man, after that, that's just a tough break. Either way, though, up front, Cody Reeder, Harper, Cardinal, Kirker, and Snyder your top 5. So far, all of these drivers who can contend for wins are dropping out. Brian Jones and Kleba out earlier on, and now Everett Kotz and Vincent Arthur potentially out of the race, or at least, you know, pretty well down and out. So all of these favorites starting to not work out too well as this race continues. So pretty wild stuff. Cody Reeder, this is a good recipe so far for him to get his first win. Potentially, right? I mean, that could be the case here today. Harper still holding on to P2. Cardinal in third spot, looking very fast as well, obviously. Kirker just won last week, so got that box checked off a bit. Tell you what, though, I feel like anybody in this top 6 potentially can really win this race. O'Connor has been fast, obviously, Stats and Coruscant, but none of those guys have really shown to be in that, you know, that fast, the fast pack, right? We haven't seen them in that top 3 or whatnot, top 5. So either way, 24 laps to go. This can go by pretty quick or pretty slow. It depends on how these boys want to race together. So we'll see what they decide to do here. But yellow flags will obviously help the fuel situation, so shouldn't be too worried about that. But the tires, they still wear out no matter what. And obviously, less green flag racing means the tires stay fresher longer. Either way, though, a lot can still happen. Here we go, 24 laps to go here, 23 at the line. Cody Reeder decides to stick to the bottom right here. Interesting call, but here we go, back green here in Darlington. Smart move there for Reeder because he gets that low line, gets the jump, and then gets it back going. Smart stuff right here. Cardinal in P2, but trying to fight right here with the 99 of Harper. Can't quite get it done. Here comes Kirker on the outside lane. What a battle we have here, folks, for a top 5 for the win potentially. Reeder doing a great job on the outside lane, but look at this. Kirker and Cardinal really fighting together here out of turn 2. They're side by side, still door banging. Look at this. Trying to side draft a bit, can't quite do it. And they are still side by side. Crazy good racing here. 21 laps to go. Reeder's still up front, though. And Harper has actually held his way pretty well right now. He's still in that second spot. I don't know if on a long run he'll have him. Harper's been kind of untested here in the front. We haven't seen him really the whole race. But so far, very, very fast. A little further back, Kirker and Cardinal finally broke up right here. Cardinal won the war there. Into P3, further on back, we're seeing still O'Connor and Smith here, side by side. O'Connor trying to make his way around. Can't quite get it done into the wall right there for Yarnell. Does a good job staying off the wall. Too wide action here. Dylan Banks, Chris Snyder. As they try and get around here. Lindgren, here he comes in P10. A great bounce back. And Corcel right here as well. Man, a lot of these guys on new tires versus old tires, they have the speed, but this track is just so narrow, you can't get around. Great racing here. Up front still, Reeder is still your leader, but look at how close it is It almost seems like Reeder is still holding on a little bit. Ooh, some contact here back in the pack. I thought Coruscant there was going to go around. I thought he went across the nose of that 66. Yarnell, but so far so good. Back to the front though, Reeder looking pretty good. I think he's holding on to it. He's kind of managing that gap, right? And that's so key at a track like this. Just because you're in P1 doesn't mean you have to get out to a 5 or 10 second lead, right? All you got to do is stay in front of P2, 3, 4, and all of them, right? So hold on to the tires and be slow enough to be the winner. But stay out in front. He's doing just that. Reeder looking very, very strong here. Now has that gap opened up a bit. 16 laps to go, showing off his strength right here. Second spot under fire. Harper holding on to P2 really, really well here. Up 20 spots on the race. So a very respectable job here. Definitely made the right call to stay up here and work his way through. But Cardinal, little bump right there, going to try him. Oh, some contact here. Kerger has a run, but he can't do it. There's not a gap. Here comes that 4. Works around Harper, going to get banged around here. Pinball Wizard, that 99 right now. Unfortunately, huge hit into the turn 2 wall. 98 going to go around as well. And that, unfortunately, is going to be his run to try and get that win, man. He was looking so good, but just like that, it can go downhill, folks. Either way, though, it's still a solid run for him nonetheless. Joey Stats, Chris Snyder, Corcel right here, all fighting here for a top 10 finishing spot. 14 laps to go. All good. Cody Reeder up in the front. He told me he wanted to come back up here and talk to me in the booth later in the race. And we've seen Reeder come so close this season, you know, so close to a win, so close to just doing really well. And again, just another one who's ran so well, just hasn't gotten that check mark. And here he is, has the potential to do it. But man, Cardinal is flying right now. But again, the tires. Is he going too hard, too fast? That could be the case here for Cardinal. You can see how well Cardinal gets through turn 2 right there. What a great job. 0.2 of a second back right here. Uh-oh, big wreck potentially. Smith. Oh no, clobbers the wall, it looks like. He is way off pace right here. Oh man, he was looking so good. Into the wall here. Not very happy. Unfortunately, can't go back and take a look at it. But not a happy camper there for Austin Smith. But Cody Reeder up front still, P1. The gap is about a 0.3 of a lead right here. I think Cardinal is trying his damnedest to get to him, but I think he's going to burn his tires off before he can catch him. We're going to find out, but some great racing back here for top 10 spots. Look at this. Lindgren right now. Up front's a little more too. Dylan Banks and Corcel. Little loosey-goosey right there for Corcel, but maintains it. Harper still holding on to the top 7. Snyder and Chris Snyder. Again, all these points matter, right? A top 10 day at Darlington's a huge, huge win. Just to get some great points on the day. 9 laps to go. Let's run through the top 10 real quick. Just to show you folks right here. Nathan Yarnell looking pretty solid over there in the top 10. That Floral Creations number 66. Saw him in the wall earlier, but looking pretty fast today. Top 10 again. Pretty good day for him. Chris Snyder, that 22. has looked very, very good today. Again, a pretty clean day, not involved in a lot of messes, and holding on pretty strong. Timothy Harper, we saw him not really in the mix earlier on, but then did some pit strategy, got himself to P1, led a few laps, and stayed up front quite a bit. So a P7 today is a pretty good spot. Do not be upset about that. Nicholas Corcel, Dylan Banks right here. Both of these guys having great races today. Dylan Banks in that 17 has looked strong. Been about a top 7 car all day today, and right now looking pretty strong there. Corcel, can't say enough about him so far. Very, very quick today. Not normally up front like this, but man, he is making it work. Very impressive run here in that Sour Patch Kids machine. O'Connor in P4, man, what a run this is for him in that 98. Had a win taken away from him, I believe it was back in Atlanta, from a late race infraction, but most likely would have won that race if it were not to have been for a restart infraction. But man, either way, still a great run today, just outside that top 3. Impressive stuff. Aiden Kirker, last week's winner, trying to come back and go back-to-back. Couldn't quite do it today, obviously 5 laps to go, but man, I'll tell you what, another race as he goes into the wall there. Oh boy, hold on to her. Out of turn 2. Had a great race last week, obviously won the race, but then today, up and down through the field again, and ultimately right now finds himself in that 3rd spot, so a very good job. Andrew Cardinal, if I believe my notes are correct, is his first race today. And right now, hey, very impressive run. P2 on the day. And what a great job here for a debut for Andrew Cardinal. Obviously fast enough to potentially win this race, but man, has done a fantastic job. A second ago, he was about 0.2 of a second back. Right now, he's about 0.6. So that truck has fallen off for sure. A podium spot, though, he's got to be proud of. But Cody Reeder, we talked to him earlier under a caution break. Didn't win the pole, didn't win either stage, but has just been in the right spot at the right time. And right now, doing what he has to do to get this job done. 3 laps to go here. 2 to go at the line. And Reeder looking very fast. He said earlier he wanted this race win. It was his. He wanted it. He wanted to check that mark off. And look at how good Reeder has been today. Not necessarily the fastest guy on track, right? But sometimes you have to just get yourself in position to win a race. It's not always about the fastest car on track. And right here, Reeder has done a fantastic job by staying off the wall, staying away from the wrecks, and staying up front. And here he is right now, about to take the white flag lap as Andrew gets passed here by Kirker. And there it is, the white flag here for Cody Reeder as they swap positions back in P2 and 3. Carousel might find his way onto the top spot here, the top of the podium. Can't quite get there, but the white flag is here. Cody Reeder is going to finally get it done here in the NORA Truck Series here in Darlington. He's going to come around turns 3 and 4, and there he is. Going to come around, checkered flag in the air today for Cody Reeder at Darlington. Aiden Kirker, P2. Andrew Cardinal finishes in P3 in a fantastic debut. Maybe not too happy with Aiden Kirker right there, but that's what can happen. High heat. Corcel P4, O'Connor P5. Incredible runs for those guys right there. But here we go. Reeder gets the job done today in that Venku number 7. He's going to burn those things to the ground right now. And there is, folks, on the left side of your screen, the finishing order. We'll let that play through, but right now we're going to watch Cody Reeder burn them down. A big win today in Darlington for the NORA Truck Series. Awesome, awesome job. We're going to come right back, folks. We'll thank a couple of our sponsors. We'll talk to our top 3 once we're back. Stick around, folks, here for NORA Truck Series at Darlington.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
All right, here we are at the conclusion of the NORA Truck Series here in Darlington. We're going to bring in your third place finisher here, Andrew Cardinal. Let's see where he is. See if we can bring him up. Here he is right here. And there he is, Andrew Cardinal with a P3 finish today. What a great job today, man. Talk to us about your race today.
Hey, Steve. Oh, man, that was wild. First race with NORA. I'm glad Josh got me in here. I had fun all race long. That was for a broadcaster that hasn't run a league race at Daytona or a road course in probably a year and a half. That was fun.
Love to see it, man. Great job, obviously, in that number 4. Love that paint scheme too. Like an old school Kodak paint scheme, right?
Thanks.
Looks pretty sweet.
Yeah. Rick Wilson, 1988.
Love that. So hey, man, talk to us real quick about your sponsors. And hey, great job with that P3 today.
Yeah, Pitstop TV with Flash Cams on board, CC's business as well. Just a bunch of, Pitstop TV is my deal and with Flash Cams, but just a bunch of partners that make my world go around. Yeah, I'm just really glad to be here. Hopefully can run some more races. Hopefully not getting sent into turn 3 with 2 to go by a 39 truck, but that's okay. As frustrated as I am, Steve, that's racing, and hopefully that was at least fun to watch.
Oh, it sure was, man. Great job again today. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate you.
There he is, Andrew Cardinal. Great finish today. Next up, we're going to bring in Aiden Kirker, fresh off the win from last week. Here he is. Let's try and get him up real quick if we can. There he is. Here he is right here. Aiden Kirker, fresh off the win from last week, gets a P2 today. Roughed up, potentially Cardinal a little bit there at the end, but as he was saying, but either way, hey, a P2, not a bad day for you, man. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, just rough day. The finish was definitely not the mirror of our day. We got caught up in a lap 1 wreck. I don't know. I got walled a bunch of times, got doored. 4-carb door decided he just wanted to run us in the wall. Up in turn 1, luckily stood our ground, but just kept dooring me and then doored me down the straightaway. So if he wants to wonder why that action happened in turn 3, then that's why. But plain and simple, I'm just sick and tired of coming in here and getting raced like I looked at everyone wrong or something. Like it's irritating. You know, you come out here, you try to give everyone respect. I try to race fair and clean, but I just don't get that in return. So, you know, if that's the way that people are going to race me, then it's just going to get it back. He wants to be pissed about it. Well, I think this is the only one race he's ran all season. I've been here trying to chase a championship and been here all season. So
exactly, definitely feel that. And
I don't want to hear it.
Hey, honestly, understandable, but yeah, it's definitely Darlington's one of those tracks that just brings out that level of that level of toughness, for it, I guess, or harshness. But either way, man, win last week, P2 this week. Not a bad couple of weeks for you, man. Talk to us real quick about your sponsors real fast, and then we'll see you next week.
Yeah, just want to thank Elite Motorsports, guys over at Elite Motorsports. Always fun racing with them. Good group of guys. I get to call my friends, and we just happen to be able to race with each other on throughout the week on leaks. So just want to thank them. Thank my girlfriend and my grandma for watching the race tonight. Thank you for broadcasting. And that's all.
Yes, sir, man. Great job again. We'll catch you next week.
All right, thank you.
There he is, Aiden Kirker, P2 today. Obviously upset by that last lap scuffle there with Andrew Cardinal, but hey, that's racing and that's Darlington right there. But Cody Reader, we're going to bring him in. Let's sneak him in. Where is old Cody Reader? Where? There he is. There he is. Cody Reader told me he wanted to be interviewed again up here, and here we are. Winner today for the NORA Truck Series in Darlington, man. Great job. How'd you do it?
Oh man, well I hate to say it, but Everett and Vinny there kind of made it easy on me. Once I got the track position, no offense against Timmy, he was just on his older stuff, so just trying to manage the restarts the best I could and picking the right lanes and shuffling the cards a little bit, and then just managing gaps was what it was about, just saving the tire. And then I know Andrew was going pretty hard trying to catch me there, which he made me nervous. He got to within 3/10 or so. So, yeah, I had to change my line a little bit and get kind of defensive. But, luckily I had enough tire where I could just pull away. So, man, it feels good to win. It's been a long time.
Yes, sir. Very impressive today. And to your point, he's kind of parted, right? All the guys who might have been able to contend with you just kind of fell to the wayside or got wrecked or, whatever it might be. So very impressive either way, and walked out today with a W, man. So real quick, give us your shout outs, any sponsors or friends and family. What do you got for us, man?
Yeah, I got to thank Venku being on board this season. If you guys are looking for any type of hunting trips, fishing trips, hiking, climbing, that kind of thing, you can go on to venku.com and check out just the different trips that they have. You can kind of just book it out and find a cabin, stay, go fishing the next day. It's just it's a cool website. I got to thank my teammates, Dustin, Garrett, who spots me every week for just, he's more of a therapist, I would say, than a spotter, because it's just usually me yelling at him for 147 laps and then he taking it like a man. So got to thank him. Yeah. In Darlington, it's awesome. So, and then gotta thank you guys putting on the broadcast so our friends and family can watch, and Josh and the guys putting on the league.
Sounds great, man. Awesome job again. Big win. We'll catch you next week, dude. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, there he is, your winner today, Cody Reader from Darlington. The track too tough to tame, but he was able to do it today. Tamed the lady in black, got the job done, got the win in the lucky number 7 Vanku machine, and there he is. Big thanks to you folks for being here. Obviously, we're going to let that tower on the left side be how they finish, so that'll be the results today. But big thanks to you folks for being here, obviously, in the race, as well as watching the race. We love all the support. We're getting very close to 700 subs. Crazy stuff right there. But very, very cool. So if you don't mind hitting that like button and subscribe button, we can definitely appreciate that. And love that. So big thanks to you folks. Tomorrow night, we're off. The ASRA Cup Series is off tomorrow for their bye week. The week after will be the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. So very, very cool stuff there. We'll see you on Thursday for the Extreme Graphics Next Gen Series. That'll be fun, as it always is, at Chicagoland. So going to be a lot of good times there. We'll catch you next Monday at the very least, folks, for NORA. The NORA Truck Series. Going to be a good time as usual. Thanks to everyone here for watching. Have a good night, folks. We love you, and take care.